The Bullet. Valentina, how are you?
Hello, Joe. Doing good. Thank you.
Man, I was blown away by your performance, and this movie is incredible. I was here for the MMA action, but I stayed for the human story. One of the stories that's told in this is that there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into being a top level MMA fighter. And we see that through Jackie's eyes in this film. There's stories like Jackie's all around MMA. Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's everything like, yes, it's definitely like sacrifice. And it's more about this struggle, this fight, the inner fight, not just with your opponent, but with yourself, with your inside. And it's kind of like very hard, but when you can go over it, you find yourself, you get like this open mind thing, and you just feel yourself happy. This is what about this movie, to find yourself through the struggles. And it's not about the fear of your opponent. It's kind of like a fear of fighting yourself, but it's kind of like reflecting in the eyes, this fear of your opponent in
Right.
the eyes of Lady Killer. So it's kind of like so much in this movie. It's so deep, and it's showing that every person will have enough power to confront like everything, but she has to believe. She has
Right.
to believe in herself. And this is the most important.
Now, this is some of the best MMA action I've seen on a film, and you really put Halle Berry through the paces in terms of training. And from what I've read, this training camp that you guys was in was pretty close to a training camp that you would prepare for a fight. Can you talk to me about training with Halle and how she took the training seriously to portray that on film?
We trained for 2 months before the filming. 2 months everyday training. We started from 7, ended at 1 p.m. So 5 hours of training, nonstop. We never break for the rest. We never was like speaking, laughing during the training too much. Sometimes, yes, but it was everything like serious, but very enjoyable. It was not any kind of like pressure to do it now. Good. We knew we have to build it. We have a lot of time, like on front. We have to build our scenes. We have to make, and what Halle wanted, she didn't want that just like fights, surrealistic, unreal, whatever, but beautiful. She wanted the real fight.
Right.
And what we was working together as a team to add a little details to the fight to make it real and believable, that for example, it was like moves that I really do in my fight. And there was, if I'm not mistaken, the fourth round, the combination, what I exactly did in my last fight of title defense. I will show you that after.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Now, Halle Berry makes her directorial debut in this film and knocks it out of the park. Can you talk to me about working with her as a collaborator and what her directing style added to Bruised?
I think she has brilliant directing style. And this is like the right approach for every person with the right words. And this is the most important. And when you see it, when I see it, I feel so much confidence. It's like, it's a calm. I know that everything is gonna be good. And she said, just like, she doesn't say too much words. She said like 1 or 2, but it's exact words what you wanna hear. And this is, I think, the best quality because she saw her picture, the picture what she wants from the movie, her movie, and she exactly know how to describe it to you for you to understand what to perform.
Sure, sure. Now, the last question I have for you, there's a line that you said that says there's a tiny line between a real fight and a movie fight. Can you talk to me about that a little bit? And what's Halle better at, the ground game or the strikes?
You know, mixed martial arts is everything. It's universal fighter, and it's universal fight with universal technique. Halle was training before this movie for couple 2 or 3 years. So she is very good in everything because, yeah, she's an MMA fighter now.
I love it. Well, look, Bullet, you did an amazing job. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.